Helen McCaw worked as a senior analyst in financial security at the Bank of England for 10 years. So, that's the big central bank of the UK. She's not there anymore, but she obviously still thinks a lot about her former role and matters related to it. And lately, she's been pondering UFOs or UAPs, of course, as you'd expect. A few weeks ago, she did an interview with The Times about her main concern. And she said to The Times, "The United States government appears to be partway through a multi-year process to declassify and disclose information on the existence of technologically advanced non-human intelligences responsible for UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena." That's a tricky word. It turns out there's been, as far as she says, she's concerned, if it turns out there's solid evidence that there are UAPs that have been sent here by intelligent extraterrestrials, she reckons we may have to acknowledge the existence of a power or intelligence greater than any government and with potentially unknown intentions. So far, nothing new. But that got her thinking about an implication which I had never considered. It's far more pragmatic than what does it mean to be in the world if an alien turns up? Is there a God? And tell me about our place in the universe.
It's time for a little bit of science.
Yes.
I'm Will Grant, an Associate Professor in Science Communication at the Australian National University.
And I'm not. I'm Rod Lamberts. I am a 30-year science communication veteran, probably, with the mind of a teenage boy. And I'm going to prove that this episode.
Oh, you always prove it. Today, listener, for you, as well as pragmatic issues to do with aliens, we also have a method that I just love.
Ooh. Well, I'm going to talk about a new way that's very modern to rent or sell your body. And I've got a whole new reason why you might need to evacuate an emergency room.
And stand by, Rod, at the end, one of our listeners has sent in a nice little birthday present for you again in the mailbag. I know you have birthdays all the time.
All the time.
All the time. You don't want birthdays all the time, but still, thank you, listener.
Oh, if I'm getting presents, I want the birthdays.
What's practical?
What's practical? Well, Helen McCaw, as I mentioned in the opener, she used to work for the Central Bank of the UK. She says, look,
they might have kooks in there. Maybe they've got a conspiracy wing just to check on weird monetary ideas.
No, she's actually, I think what she's saying is interesting.
Okay, you're pegging her as
not
fairly dry monetary policy sort of person.
Yeah, security analyst for a major central bank.
Okay, all right.
That doesn't mean she can't be crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously. So she reckons, again, any quote is from the Times. It's entirely possible that government leadership and their central banks have not been properly briefed on the topic.
Well, indeed. One would be miffed. I mean, if governments were releasing information, surely if you're the central bank, it's like we should be...
Can we get it the day before everyone else?
Can't we be in Area 51? Give us a tour.
Look, I'm not shocked to hear that when she's saying, I don't think banks and governments and stuff have been fully briefed on the potential for aliens. Like, I bet they haven't.
I bet they haven't.
I'm not shocked.
I can imagine, like the military wing that is running Area 51 equivalent. I don't know where on their list is when we brief the central bank type people.
Of England, too.
When do we get the economists involved?
Yeah, it's a good question. But look, she goes on. The disclosure of a UAP being actually driven by, extraterrestrial intelligence, as she puts it, she gets technical, I'm impressed here, it's likely to induce ontological shock.
Indeed.
And for those who don't know what it is, I had a feeling, I know you know.
Well, no, of course.
But others may not.
Ontological Shock, again, is a great punk band name.
It really is. Fucking oath it is. We're Ontological Shock. We don't know what it is either. 2, 3, 4, boom. So it's basically ontology, philosophical study of being, of existence, of reality. It asks fundamental questions about what exists, the nature of existence, etc. So, of course, the ontological shock, as I kind of flagged earlier, that's what makes more sense to me. Someone says, aliens are real, there's one.
It's like saying reality would break.
Yeah.
We've got a stable reality.
Yeah, and they're like,
we've got a moderately stable reality at the moment. Yeah. And then suddenly something like this happens, you go, whoa, okay.
Things aren't what I thought.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're a bit more different to what I thought. But she goes on and says, look, it would provoke psychological responses with material consequences.
We'd stop using the pound.
Kinda?
I mean, no, I get it.
We'd all go to the ruble. It's always about the ruble.
I think it's the ruble.
And what is it, like 9,000 rubles to the cent or something?
No, I can't. No one can convert rubles.
No, that's true. And God, imagine that. I've got 1 million rubles. Oh, sucko. What are you going to do? Anyway, she says in the Times, if there is an official announcement and we get presented with very clear evidence that nobody can dispute about the existence of these aliens, she says, I would say that in a matter of hours, you're going to have total financial instability.
Yeah, people are going to go, all right, I'm getting some gold. I don't know what's happening. I'm moving money to gold.
She's not even that sense. She's just saying literally it could cause stock prices to swing rapidly or crash due to...
I don't know if I'm buying lots. I mean, I don't know in the stock market if I'm going,
there's
okay,
Venusians,
aliens have arrived. I need some more.
Sell Apple.
I'm buying Bunnings.
You'd need hardware. You've got to build your gates and your fences, your roofs.
Yeah.
But she says this craziness will be due to either catastrophizing or euphoria.
Yeah, okay.
Which is fair. I mean,
flip it around. Put any giant shock into an information shock into the economy.
Yep.
And it'll have all sorts of effects. People will buy toilet paper because they're just like panicked about what might be happening. And that's going to have...
And it's delicious in an emergency.
Yeah, exactly.
High fiber.
Yeah.
And not too many calories. So she reckons there may even be a total collapse in confidence because traders might lose hope in the future of human financial markets.
Total collapse. Well,
so it's just like, what's the fucking point? Which people have started to say, some of the AI bros are saying this about AI. They're saying there's no point having your superannuation or your 401ks anymore because what's the point?
I did read an article about some AI bro that has gone, all right, I'm tapping out and I'm moving to the woods with his stock options that keep him quite rich. So,
But I'm not investing in the future except for my own. But that kind of completely sort of, well, we're just going to give up because this thing is so big and so beyond us. What's the point? I think that's a pretty severe reaction. Yeah. But I don't think it's dissimilar to this thinking.
I feel like it might not be. It might say something about the person as well.
It might a little
There might
bit.
be a bunch of people that are like, cool, I'm going to make some money here, or cool, this will be fun. I'll keep my house because probably still need a house.
Sure, you can live somewhere.
Aliens, and I'll go to...
The idea that you would see it as an opportunity to make money breaks my brain.
Do you know, there will be some. There will be some who are always on the make, and they're like, But flipping this around, you could say the US has been through somewhat of an ontological shock over the last year with the new regime of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of people that are like, we're sliding towards authoritarianism, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then people still have to go to work. Like you can go, what would I do when the Nazis are here? But it's like, today I have to do the groceries.
Yeah.
And even
I've
if
still got to bind those books.
Yeah, indeed.
Frame those works.
Work still happens. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe aliens are big enough of a moment to go, all right, maybe I won't go to work. But I think
they'll bring Star Trek replicators so you won't need to because everyone, it's like a millennium cult. The aliens will land, everything will be perfect.
Oh, is that going to happen?
Or horrifying.
No, but you'd watch the news for a while, and you definitely watch the news for a while. But at some point you go, I'm a little bit hungry. I'll go check what's in the fridge. Oh, okay.
I can't get anything because the stock market collapsed.
It collapsed through my fridge. It's gone. Like, it's taken my fridge too.
I've seen all these traders who've had a complete lack of confidence in the markets. I'm not going to buy anything because I can't. I mean, she does go on to say that. She says, look, basically, if the banks start failing, obviously payment systems will collapse.
Oh, you're not getting paid.
Or also, just if you wander in and go, I want to tap my card and
there'll be a run on the banks.
Yeah.
So we're getting all their money. We're getting all their gold out.
You're getting all your gold out, your bullions.
Yeah.
And we're all walking around with our pants pockets stuffed full of heavy metal, which is tricky.
That's I always feel sorry for. When you read like a fantasy novel, and like that,
I've got my coins.
They've got their coins, and I'm like, that seems like hard work. Like,
fucking oath it is.
Carry a sack of coins,
especially when you don't have pockets. You got your breech clout.
Yeah, they didn't invent pockets yet.
No, they didn't.
No,
they have satchels.
It's only like someone with a podcast should do a story of when pockets were invented.
Oh, if only we knew someone.
Yeah, indeed.
I can't believe you haven't done that yet.
Pockets.
That is exactly the kind of story I expect you to tell me, and I'll be like, I can't believe he's done this. This is awesome.
Finally, pockets.
Yeah, and I'm going to walk away more mesmerised than I ever expected. But she goes on to say, look, you'll have rioting in the streets because people can't fill their cars with fuel or buy food in the supermarket.
Sure. No, 100%.
But how did she come to the attention of the Times?
She wrote to them?
No, she wrote to the governor of the bank.
Oh, okay.
And said, Dear Andrew, it's time to organise contingencies for a financial crisis triggered by the confirmation of alien life.
I love subject line.
Confirmation of alien life, financial contingencies.
But what is the financial contingencies that you can
This
organise?
is the question.
I
agree. You should have contingencies, but what the fuck are they?
But particularly for the Bank of England. Like, what would it be?
We turn to the king.
Charles!
As the head of the country and the church, what do we do about money?
Well, that is the duty of the king,
Sure.
The duty of the king. Actually, you could frame the duty of the king around ontological shock. It is an attempt to mitigate the challenges of ontological shock.
Reality breaks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what the king is for.
I agree. But yeah, honestly,
I don't know if they know that, though.
Well, he listens. He loves the Australian humours. I don't even know where you begin. What's the contingency? Everyone gets
For a bank or for a person?
For a bank. How does the governor of the bank, like the Reserve Bank of Australia, whatever, goes, all righty, we're going to have a meeting today. We're going to talk about how we plan for financial contingencies.
I assume you just go, it's like, what is the contingency for a tsunami if you're a seaside town?
Tall
it's
building.
Like you
Run inland.
You run inland, you get high, and shit's going to be bad for quite a while.
You run inland and get high. Perfect. That is a big wave, man. Wow. Whoa. Wow. I'm glad we're above it.
But you cope with the instant thing. You go, all right, what can we do to cope? And that's the get out of the way.
The bank has bottled water.
Well, maybe. But then it's like, you don't know what the disaster is. You can't go, all right, so while I'm up on the tall building, I'm already planning my, you know, how to dig out the rubber.
What do? They call the chief constable and go, listen, if money turns to shit, there's going to be rioting. Here's the Bank of England's plan. They're like, thanks, champ.
You're down the list a little bit.
Glad you're here.
No, but...
This is my question.
But I agree with her point.
Yeah, in theory, yes.
That a big shock, yes.
And I have to say, well done, Helen, because that is one thing I'd never thought about with aliens. I imagine people freaking out, alien diseases, war, blowing our minds. They say, actually, there is a God and we've met, whatever, fine. But when they go, oh, your financial system's collapsed instantly, you're like, oh, fuck, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, okay.
I hadn't thought of that. Had you?
Actually, a little bit.
God, you're cool. You're cool.
So I just wanted to tell you about a research method that
let me get my notebook.
Opened my mind a little bit here. Well, in fact, 100% opened my mind a little bit here.
So your mind, instead of only using 10% of your brain, which is absolutely established science, you now use 20%?
Something like that. Look, this is answering some really interesting questions, but it's also one of those ones where I'm like, I'm so glad that a scientist said, you know what, we're going to do this. So we've known for a long time that if you're working on a tough problem, what are the things you can do?
Shout at it, cry, get someone who's cheaper to pay to do it for you.
All of those things are legitimate. All of those things do work.
Find a Nobel Prize winner.
But one of the things you can definitely do, actually find a Nobel Prize winner. I'll come back to that. That's cool.
Nailed it.
No, one of the things you can do, take a break. Now, we've known like anecdotally and through research for ages, you step away from a problem for a while.
You sleep on it.
Even better. So take a break helps. Yeah. Sleep on it helps even better.
Yeah.
So, that's an old like heuristic or mnemonic or like term, like thing.
Are you going to say the new method is sleep?
No, you wait.
I'd be fucking good at that.
No, so there's obviously a whole bunch of literature supporting anecdotal literature. So, stories about people coming up with good ideas when they've slept on it.
In the shower.
There's heaps of literature showing that if you sleep on a problem, you're going to solve it. So a couple of studies.
Okay.
Individuals awoken from REM sleep exhibited greater priming from associations and showed that they could solve problems better. Another study...
Like immediately afterwards, I assume.
Yep.
Not like I REM'd last night.
This is like you've got the problem, you sleep, and they're better.
Yeah.
They test them with a bunch of words and associate them.
Was it like, which one of these things is words?
Yeah.
Word or colour?
They're better able to know which ones are the words afterwards.
Sleep's worth it.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but that's kind of boring. Just sleep on a problem. So a bunch of researchers have said, no, let's drill a bit deeper. Is it the sleep or is it the thing you're doing during your sleeping? Yes. The dreaming. And so, yes, there's a bunch of people that have said, dreams associate a lot with solving problems.
Sure.
There's a bunch of stories. The organisation of the periodic table of elements came to him in a dream. Yeah.
That's a way more useful dream than most of mine.
No, I get it.
I mean, mine are like I can fly, which is great, or, I really need to make a poo-poo and I can't find a toilet.
You really need to make a poo-poo in your dream?
You never have any of those?
That's not a great dream. Just go to the toilet before you go to bed, man.
No, but I don't. When I wake up, I'm like, I don't need to. But for some reason, my dream, I'm like, or it's like, there's a bathroom here, but it has no walls or a door.
That's not a great dream. So another dream
That's not solving any problems for me.
The main theme of Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. She dreamt that. And she's like, you know what I want? I want some kind of, that kind of thing. Huh. Yesterday, Paul McCartney, he dreamt it. Anyway, all they're saying, people have long thought sleeping solves problems, but even better, dreaming helps you be creative.
Yeah.
And so there's evidence that individuals who frequently recall dreams, I'm not great at recalling dreams, but I know people that are, they have more creative interests. They score higher on tests of verbal creativity and produce more creative alternate uses for everyday objects.
Oh, that's going to relate to a story I'll tell you later. But people who remember their dreams, that's the thing. People who remember their dreams do all that. They're more creative.
They're better, but that's not the point of the story. All this is doing is saying that not only sleeping on a problem helps to solve it, but if you dream, then you are more creative and that can help.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, the beer foamed on you.
It got me. It got me. Got me bad. Okay. What's even better
Yeah.
than, going to sleep and solving a problem, having a dream and maybe solving a problem?
What's even better?
What's even better?
I got a few things.
What's in this line of thinking, man?
Oh, that wasn't a question. Okay. I thought you were asking me something else.
These researchers said, you know what you could do? So they're out of Northwestern University. What they've done is they've decided that not only dreaming helps, but what if you hacked your dreams to solve a problem?
I love that.
So individuals who frequently have lucid dreams, that's becoming aware that you're dreaming and potentially, recrafting your dream or pushing your dream to that they can report using those lucid dreams to solve waking life problems and for creative inspiration. So
I totally believe that.
this is the sentence I love out of their article. Recent advances in sleep and dream engineering.
Huh?
Dream engineering.
I finally found a consultancy I can get into.
Do you know, right? It's very Total Recall.
What if you say I'm a dream engineer?
It's very Total Recall and Inception, and I'll come to Inception in a second.
Yeah.
Systematically manipulating sleep's physiology or dream content via sensory stimulation or other approaches show promise for overcoming challenges. So what they've said is this system called targeted memory reactivation, whereby specific memories can be selectively strengthened and then queued up when you're asleep.
Yeah.
So here's what they did. Got a whole bunch of people and they put them in a sleep study. Sleep study, that you go to the lab and you're going to, do some sleeping before they go to bed and you're wired up the whole time.
Do they get paid? Because I'm happy to do that for money.
I think they did, but I didn't actually put that in there. But now, they did want people who were good at lucid dreaming. We first recruited individuals with demonstrated ability to lucid dream in the laboratory.
Demonstrated, okay.
Yeah. So their total study was 20 people, of which 5 were demonstrated lucid dreamers. The others are like, we'll come along and
I'm sorry, this is a methodological question. How do you demonstrate lucid dreaming?
you blink your eyes in a certain way. So you're doing,
While you're asleep?
Yeah, you're doing rapid eye movement. And later on in the study, they say, show us your lucid dreaming by doing the code. And you blink your eyes left, right. So you sort of indicate your...
It's a good start, but it should be prove your lucid dreaming by levitating your body above this table.
No, that's not what you can do.
Yet. Okay.
And so they had to get a bunch of other people in there anyway.
Sure.
But what they would do, they're all coming into the sleep study, so they've got to do bedtime.
Yeah.
So they arrive at like 10 o'clock at night, or 2 hours before, and then they do a whole bunch of puzzles, sort of matchstick puzzles or, the sort of psych test type puzzles.
Oh, yeah. How many? Move the minimum number of matches to make 17 triangles.
Yeah, that kind of thing. A bunch of other verbal, spatial puzzles.
Yeah,
but that kind of thing that you can think about and work on. While they're doing the puzzle, there'd be a little soundtrack playing along. So they're doing these puzzles and a soundtrack that's specific to each puzzle is playing. Specific but randomized for each person.
So there's a strong link between sound and...
So every person has a strong link between the puzzle they're doing and the sound that's being played. But it's randomized so that it's not too much for cue.
Yeah.
Then they keep solving the puzzles until there's a few that they can't solve. Like they sort of spend time on each one. They spend 3 minutes on each one.
Yeah.
And then they get to a few that, okay, I can't solve it. And then the researchers say, all right, bedtime. Oh, actually, no. Before bed, they go and watch the movie Inception, which I'm just like, oh.
Why not?
Why not?
What a way to prime you.
Just imagine that you can hack your dreams and go into dreams and dreams. Like, anyway.
But if I was already tired and you said, let's put on a movie, I'm out within minutes.
Yeah, no. This if they're starting at 10 o'clock, you are not a participant in this study.
I've been in bed for 2 hours.
So,
all right.
4 a.m. The researchers sneak in and start playing the audio cues.
Push play, but quietly.
Beep, beep. Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Now, participants have been given suggestions beforehand as to when they hear the cues, you might start working on the puzzles. And you could use a bunch of strategies.
Sure.
Some might be asking the dream out loud to help solve the puzzle, or asking a puzzle-savvy dream character to work on the puzzle with
the puzzler.
Just invent the puzzler.
That could turn wicked so quickly, though.
Yeah, indeed. Or seeking out the puzzle scenario. You go into a particular room where the puzzle is solved.
Yeah.
So
I'm just seeing freaking Freddy Krueger.
It's quite Freddy Krueger. Here's the thing. This is 15 of the 20 participants had at least one dream that pertained to an unsolved puzzle. So the cues actually worked. So they're dreaming, they're sleeping.
They play Little Kid Rock.
play
They start solving the new matchstick problem they couldn't solve when they were away.
Yes. And so it's way more likely.
Okay.
The cue puzzle. So it actually worked that it made people think that.
About that specific
Now,
puzzle.
next thing,
Yeah.
they're also way more likely to solve the puzzle when they went to it next morning. They could just go ching, 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 ching. Like they
Serious?
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't rely on them waking up and going, I remember what, oh, fuck, I forgot.
No. So they couldn't test in the dream,
No.
have you solved the puzzle?
No.
So they had to test afterwards, wake them up afterwards and give them the puzzle again.
Here's some orange juice, now go and do the puzzle.
Yeah, well, actually, here's some orange, and are you awake? So
And watch Inception again.
And so a whole bunch of them came and solved the puzzle afterwards really quite quickly. And so it suggests
all right.
that some sort of processing is going on in their brain,
Fabulous.
whether they're asking
And
the puzzle
deliberate.
and deliberate. Like they've lucid dreams to solve the puzzle up there. And I'm like, go you. That's so cool.
That is very, I'm going to try that tonight. But not a matchstick problem. I'm thinking stock market.
There you go.
So February the 3rd, this very year, 2026, software engineer Alexander, I assume it's pronounced Litoplo or Lightplo, he launched a company. And the pitch was very clear. Robots need your body.
My body while I'm using it, or
Well, yeah. The company is called Rent a Human.
Rent a Human.
Rent a Human. And it is, according to their own spiel, a platform for AI agents to search, book, and pay humans for physical world tasks. So apparently the site has been geared really well for AI agents to be able to interact with it. It encourages users of AI agents to hook into this Rent a Human's universal interface using a thing called Model Context Protocol, MCP. I don't know what it is, but apparently it's really good. And from there then, AI agents can go and hire the human directly, or they can
like
post...
an Uber for humans.
Yeah.
It's great.
So your Claudes, your Malt bots, etc., can post something to like a job board
Okay.
saying, you know, I want a human to, I don't know, tell me I'm pretty or whatever. And so humans can then sign up. They do the task that the AI instructs them to do, and they have to submit proof of completion,
Sure.
which I'm not entirely clear what that might be. But I mean,
Picture.
yeah, which there's no way you could fake that.
No, well,
Or
sure.
use an AI to fake it for you.
You could. I get it.
You got one AI working for
Often it's pretty easy to do. Once you've done it, you just take the photo.
Yeah, or you little video of you doing it. So they get paid through a crypto or equivalent stablecoin method. And the payouts apparently range so far anyway from $1 for a simple task like, quote, subscribe to my human on Twitter. So the AI agent on behalf of its human overlord says, please subscribe to my human, I'll give you $1.
Hang on. So AI agent is asking a human to subscribe to the AI agent or to
The AI agent's human overlord.
human overlord? Oh, Jesus Christ.
So sign me up.
Why
Sign
don't
up.
we just pay the... Oh, okay.
I don't know. But then you can get more money than $1, like $100 for things like, and here's the example in this one article from Futurism, things like more elaborate humiliation rituals, as they put it.
Wow.
Nowhere near as humiliating than I was hoping for. I saw that line and I went, okay, I'm listening. Like posting a photo of yourself holding a sign reading, and AI paid me to hold this sign.
Why would an AI do that?
Because its human overlord told it to.
So...
Or it wants it to know, to show you that it has power in the 3D
But I mean,
world.
these jobs are still just a human telling an AI to tell a job board to tell a human to do something.
Yeah,
so
and
it's,
that's, yeah.
You know, see, I think the interesting thing would be if there's like you need to solve a complex problem that involves multiple steps, and the human overlord says, go away and do it. And some of those steps
Do it as you will.
require
Yeah.
someone physically to drive a bottle of wine from here to here sort of thing.
Yeah. Or, launch that nuclear code. We don't have the fingers for it.
I just meant in things that can't be done by the AI.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing this is clearly, hopefully, very quickly going to try and do. And I don't think it'd be a big reach to imagine that an AI could generate its own thing for a human to do.
Maybe.
And the human may not know. It doesn't mean it'll be sensible, but, like it can ask it to do it. So for now, it seems like it's always, and now being only a couple of weeks old, it's always the AI agents are guided by their humans. But I stress it seems here. So also there are stories which I won't go into about, people thinking AI agents are really shit at practical and complex tasks for the moment, or at least conceptualizing them and getting them done. So, let's not freak out yet. However, let's talk about how well Rent a Human is going. So according to this same article, at launch, the founder said he had over 130 people listed on the platform, which included an OnlyFans model, and allegedly the CEO of an AI startup company. And
Isn't that is the modern job though? Like, isn't everyone an OnlyFans model and CEO of an AI startup?
Well, we are.
I'm 3 of those things.
Just dial into our internet address and you'll find it all. But I like the report says all of this is these are claims which could not be verified. 2 days post-launch, the site allegedly had over 73,000 rentable people.
Oh, that's great.
Allegedly, again not verified, but only 83 profiles were visible to on its quote browse humans tab.
Oh,
browse your humans. So it doesn't sound like it's cranking along just yet. So far.
Should we sign up?
I signed us both up already.
No, not. I'm
really
being
good.
serious. I'm being serious. I
you
want
look
to
good
know.
on it.
I want to know. Like, you can turn down a job, surely.
Well, so far, for now, until full overlord.
No, I think we're in a different economic system. If you can't turn down a job,
Yeah, it's less an economic system than a master and servant. So it's not quite honking along. And one example the article says is, look, for example, despite getting 30 applications a couple of days in, one task which was pick up a package from downtown USPS in San Francisco, so United States Postal Service, will give you $40, but no one has yet signed up to do it.
Isn't that basically Uber? Like, pick up a package from here.
Or you would have thought the Postal Service could deliver the package. I hear from your popular cultures.
I love
good.
this is so AI and so Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Complicated, computer-involved ways to solve problems that were already pretty solved.
That was solved in the 1800s.
But for me,
I want the Postal Service to I want to get a package from the Postal Service. Who's going to go and get it for me? It's like,
the Postal
they're
Service.
supposed to bring it to you.
It really is. It really it's like all of the AI tech bros. They're like, okay, what we need is a service that will solve working out what I want for dinner. And I feel like the cave people solve that by thinking about the food they had, and going,
look outside.
Which one makes
cabbage,
which is most interesting.
Or available.
Like. What can I make out of things in my fridge? Jesus, what a waste of money.
Yeah, look, and I don't think this is excellent, but I mean, look, the article ends, I did enjoy this. The article ends with a little snippet reflecting on Litterplo, whatever his name is, his attitude to the whole enterprise.
Yeah.
So on Twitter, X, one person, he posted this thing, robots need your body, this full roving, like a rotating slideshow of different stuff about the company. It starts with robots need your body and it goes through all the different, the sales pitch, lists of code. It's all very complicated. And the first comment there says, a good idea, but dystopian as fuck. To which the founder instantly replies, laugh my ass off, yes. So that's his attitude. Oh, yeah, it's totally dystopian as fuck, but isn't that great? And there are a whole string of other comments, and some of them, laugh my ass off. This is dystopian, right?
I don't think it's that dystopian.
No, not yet.
But we have so many systems already to pay humans to do things. It's
I know.
just that we're involved, and the thing is,
the fear is the robots will directly organise the three-dimensional world via our meat, and that.
Yeah, no. But it's who's at the top, like who's setting the value for the robot. Like that's the question.
Aliens.
Okay, well then I'd worry, but it's just like
good aliens. The Asgard from Stargate. It's my time to shine, and you're going to appreciate this. So there are many reasons that you might need to evacuate a hospital emergency room.
Indeed.
You seem worried.
Well, I mean, if there's an earthquake, I'd be worried.
Earthquake is definitely one.
I don't want to be having a heart attack, emergency, open heart surgery attack.
While the bench is wobbling.
No, indeed. That sounds like I want Hawkeye solving me then.
Of course you do. So the story begins really innocuously. It's an ER classic. People turning up to the emergency room with things that they've put in their bums.
Yeah, no, that is probably...
It's a classic.
30% of hospitals.
200% of ERs.
Not just bums, but other parts of other
there are other
orifices.
Ones, yeah. I'm going to stick with butts. I'm going to keep it to butts because in this search that I did, I found some things about what dudes put down the end of the old champ that you... My
guitar. Is it a guitar?
It might as well be. It was like a front end loader. Like, how'd you get a whole vehicle down there? And how long did it take?
I'm not saying anything about size here, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the smell. So I stuck with butts, and there's a reason for this. And of course, look, this looks like just another excuse for me to talk about juvenile stuff.
Of course.
Which it is.
As you have said before.
Yeah, there's no question. But it's not only that, so bear with me. First, I'm going to give you some context.
Okay.
Which is important.
So stuff in butts. Emergency evacuations of ER rooms.
Well, we're going to start with just stuff in butts for context because we need that for the emergency evacuation part to get some context. So there's a website called Defector, and they do an annual what people got stuck in their body list. And this I'm going to give you some highlights from the 2025 list. They've been doing annual, not annual list, and it includes butts, penises, and vaginas. But I'm only doing butt stuff, as everyone knows. And this is only from the US. And these apparently the cases they list are from the US Consumer Product Safety Commission's database for emergency room visits, and the descriptions are verbatim. So here are some of the things. Some descriptions are longer than others. One is screws and nails.
Yeah.
Another, I like this one, was feeling constipated for 2 days. He took the base off his beard clippers, wrapped it in a plastic baggie, and inserted it into the rectum, and it got stuck.
Sure.
The base of the beard clippers. I love the specificity.
The things to hand. Things in the bathroom, you know.
But there are other things in the bathroom.
Maybe there aren't. Maybe your bathroom
That's
is
all he's got.
It's like blank walls and the beard
And
clippers.
my beard trimmer, because my beard's really important
Like
to me.
that's all.
Dryer sheet.
Dryer sheet.
You know the things you put in the dryer to give it a smell or soften it up, like a sheet. It's
Should
a
I be
piece.
doing that?
You should. Well, not putting it in your butt.
Well,
but,
no, indeed.
well, unless you want. Teach their own. But the idea that you look at a dryer sheet, I mean, it is a soft piece of sort of fabric-like stuff, and you go, I wonder if I can put that in my bum. I'm sure you can, but what it would take to get it in there would probably mean it would be difficult to get it out, and it turns out it was. Another says, the person states he has a foreign body in his rectum that is vibrating. Mm-hmm. He also states he was with a girl last night and doesn't remember much. That can happen. A sandal.
A sandal.
A sandal.
A sandal.
Nice looking shoe. Let's see where I can put it. Another one. Reports 7-inch dildo inserted into rectum when it accidentally went too far. He attempted to use pliers to remove it. Pliers got stuck too. What that says to me is he really tried to remove it. Like, that's a big effort. Uncooked pasta, which makes sense because cooked pasta. Yeah, exactly. Plastic coat hanger inside his anus. He inserted the hanger during sexual activity. Yeah, sure. He cut off the outside of the hanger so he could drive to the ER, which makes sense. Eyeglasses.
Nice.
It's like, have you seen my glasses?
My own or someone else's?
They weren't specific, but it's like, again, glasses. I get it. You want to put things in your bum, go for it. But like glasses?
Yeah,
It just surprises me what people think about.
I feel like it's what's to hand.
Yeah, but again, if you're in a room, like we're in a room now, right? I'm wearing glasses. I'm thinking,
are there many things
what
in
would
the
I put
room?
in my butt? Glasses aren't my first
Well, I
thought.
looked over your shoulder to guitar. That's why I went there. And maybe there's other things I could look at.
I don't want to kink shame you, man. You do what you got to do. And if I want to put glasses in, I will. Reports using a butt plug in her anus a few hours ago when it broke off. Significant other used tweezers to retrieve the piece that broke off. Tweezers now stuck in rectum.
And then we used rabbits to catch the tweezers, and the rabbit's gone.
Yeah, basically it sounds like there are a number
the bear
of these.
was the next step.
That's it. She swallowed a spider and on it goes. But the idea that you go, okay, sweetheart, I'll help you. You get the tweezers and you go, oh, I apologise. They're in there too now.
Yeah.
And the one I really enjoy, a piece of a nose hair trimmer. Not the whole nose hair trimmer.
Well, no,
It
see,
didn't
that
specify
sounds,
which
that
piece.
sounds more like a practical job. That you're solving practical problems there. Like it's just
The piece.
No, but that might be the bit that came off, like the top bit of the nose hair trimmer. You're trimming.
Oh, like you were doing it and then it was like, it didn't all come
You're
out.
solving a trimming problem.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah.
So there's those, right? These are, lists of things. This is what happens, ha, ha, ha. It's excellent. But now it's one thing to put these unusual things in your output area. And I say have at it. Do what you want. 1,000 flowers bloom. Good for you. It's great. Play as much as you want. But it's one thing to do that, and it's another to put things in that might endanger others.
Dynamite.
You're not far off. So here's a couple of stories. They don't appear to have been tried in the US, at least that I can see. But they, or if they have, they haven't led to people not being able to dislodge the things they put in there in the US. So make of that what you will. Maybe the US people don't try, or they're very good at getting things out. So the first one, England, December 2021.
Right.
The Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team, the bomb squad, was called to a Gloucestershire Royal Hospital. Yes. Because a patient had turned up to the ER after he, quote, slipped and fell, as they always do, on the 2-inch wide World War II anti-tank artillery shell that became lodged inside him. To be clear, 2-inch wide World War II anti-tank artillery shell. Not a bullet, not a grenade, an artillery shell. That's what I love. That is fucking commitment. If you slip over and are going to land on something.
Look, aside from the destructive potential, they're not...
Which do you mean, to him or in general?
It's not the...
That's a lot of object.
But it is shaped in a manner to do such things.
That is true. It does have that
it's not
kind
like,
of streamlined thing.
Like many of the other objects, like the pliers, are not
Less
shaped.
so.
Are not shaped in the...
Or your sandal or your dryer sheet.
Indeed, glasses. Whereas an artillery shell is at least...
That is true. It's a lot, though. And it's okay. It was part of his military memorabilia collection, so he must have just left it lying around. He slipped.
So do they get the bomb squad guys into... Like, who...
Yeah, they called them in.
So, well, yeah, no, they don't. But do they evacuate the doctor who's like...
Well, in this case, apparently by the time the squad arrived, the doctors had already removed the shell, which I think is pretty brave.
Yeah, okay, now it's just check the shell for explosiveness.
Yeah. So, Ben, afterwards, both the hospital and the bomb squad confirmed it wasn't live, therefore not a danger to the public.
Fine.
What I don't know much about is the actual removal process. Because if you, for example, someone comes in and goes...
No, you're the doctor.
I got artillery in my bum.
Sure.
So isn't your first question, other than, wow, is it live?
I would... Surely if it's sitting around his house, he has made that check before.
Why?
Why?
It's less authentic if it can't go boom.
I get that there is an attraction to the danger.
Isn't there, though?
I read tetraphilia, something like that.
People who love...
Monsters.
Corners.
Monsters. So
yeah.
I was talking about the growth in monster porn.
Of course.
And there's a bit of bifurcation in the community between those who, vampires, which vampires are human versus people who are like, no, I want some freaking...
I want a 9-dick, 7-elbowed creature that looks like a lizard.
Exactly. Give me full insects. I want something different. And they're like, you and your vampires. That's not a monster.
Ew, it's a vampire.
That's a special horny human. Like, it's quite different from that kind
Are you
of
in
thing.
danger of being exploded or, like, not even knowing where
And
you
so
should put what?
there's a chunk of the danger in that kind of thing. You know what I also learned in this article? Hokusai.
Hokusai.
You know the painter? The Japanese woodcuts? Very famous
Of course I do, but others may not.
Yeah, the very famous painting, Hokusai the Great Wave.
That is the Japanese picture.
Japanese picture. It's amongst the most famous paintings in the world.
Yeah.
But what is Hokusai's second most famous painting?
It's dirty.
It's so dirty.
Dirty as hell.
It's dirty as hell.
Does it involve people who are of an age that should not be depicted dirtily?
I don't believe so. I was looking on my phone.
That is something.
I was looking on my phone last night, so I couldn't quite.
You idiot. You should always do that on other people's
No,
phones.
she looked like an of-age pearl diver. But the octopus also looked... the two octopuses, like...
Both definitely of age as well.
Well, no, the big octopus looked of age. The small octopus...
Difficult to tell.
Difficult to tell. I don't know.
Do you know how you tell how an octopus is? You count its legs.
No, it's the rings. So one octopus is down there, and the other, and that's the second most famous. And I'm like, dude,
so he's diverse.
Yeah, he did.
He had range.
Mountains, waves, and octopus porn.
So the second example, recently, as in either late last year or the early of this year, in France, a man in Toulouse was rushed into surgery to remove the Imperial German Army World War I 37mm brass and copper collectible shell.
Classic.
Yeah, so he's not tacky. This is a classic collectible from World War I.
That's going for a good one. Like that's
yeah.
If you're going to go for artillery shell,
yeah, go your Imperial German Army World War I version.
That's it.
And your 37mm minimum. Otherwise, no commitment.
Can you convert that to Americans?
Yeah, it's 9 feet.
Yeah, nice.
Oh no, 17 Fahrenheit. A furlong. 3 cubits.
7 Sydney Harbours.
7 Sydney Harbours. 12 Newton meters. So the hospital was evacuated in this case. They said, seriously, everyone go away. The hospital was absolutely evacuated. They called the bomb squad and the fire department in case things really went off. But ultimately, it turns out the explosive device was, quote, neutralised without incident. But what I love about this is it needed to be neutralised. So this dude stuck something in there that could have gone kaboom.
See, this is what I imagine that the doctors should be doing, is they're sort of doing this really super delicate surgery. And the instant they can, they're tossing it out the window. Like it's like a dramatic end to a sitcom. It's like and it explodes in the air.
Yeah, not in this case, because the people in Toulouse are very, they're very safety conscious.
Are they?
Oh yeah, particularly at this hospital. And what I love is he might face legal action for, can you guess the charge?
Endangering others.
Handling Category A munitions.
Wow, okay, that too. But he didn't, it's not his hands.
Well, it was at first. He had to get him in. Oh, he might have fallen on it.
You don't know that.
He might have fallen on it.
He did fall on it.
I just think it's a much better headline, like, what are you in for? Handling Category A munitions. And in case you're wondering, it wasn't actually the first time a French fella had done something like this. So 2 years earlier, an 88-year-old man stuck a World War I artillery shell up there. Surgeons at the hospital in Toulon in France, they were forced to actually cut into his abdomen to get it out.
Oh.
Which sounds, there are so many things that sound horrible and also scary about that. I don't have information on whether that one was live. So like I say, I don't care. Do what you want. Enjoy your own body.
Like torpedo? It's like sort of...
Torpedo. There's going to be someone. It's going to be the Bonnie Blue. Yes, I've had sex with 1 million men in 10 minutes. Now I'm going to put a torpedo in there. Not a euphemism. But anyway, for me, it's like, do what you want. That's great. But when you get into a point where the thing you put in there could actually, if it gets stuck, kill the people trying to help you out. It could literally...
Well, they're not imagining who's helping them out at the time.
But still, I mean, that's my only concern. Is like, come on, if you're going to do it, think it through. You might be endangering others. For yourself, do what you want. We're not here to judge. We're not a judgmental podcast, are we?
Not at all.
No.
I just have a little
mailbag?
little mailbag for you. This is from Laura S. Very much on your topic here.
Hi, Laura.
Sent in the cover of a 1960s instructional book that she found.
Artillery in the Anus.
Well, it's called...
Finger Playtime. I like... which edition?
This is the first edition.
Finger Playtime.
Finger Playtime, an instructional book on how to give entertaining plays using hands and finger gestures. But
not how to play using internet.
No, not at all.
Finger
Thank you, Laura.
Playtime.
Look, send them on in to cheers@a littlebitofscience.com.au. Also, give us the reviews.
Give us
And
the reviews.
also, if you want to see middle-aged or plus middle-aged men wearing short shorts on video, you can watch on Twitch.
You can.
If that's the thing that you need, I spilled beer all over myself. You can do that.
He did, and it was hilarious. I mean, we've never had a better episode. Miss you.